Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Admiral Pegasus, and on today's show, yep, it's down there. You can see what we're doing. It's the Patch Notes Year of Hell Part 2. And this month, let's get my words right. This month we're going to be getting a new ship. We're also going to be getting a new officer, which we've already seen being highlighted by Star Trek Fleet Command and Rev Juice, of course, in the advance about the new ship and a new officer, both coming, being sourced from day one in the new DTI faction store. But anyway, before we mention anything else about that, let's actually see what we're actually coming for this month. So here's your ship. Yes, it is the Wells class starship, the USS Relativity. This is a 29th century starship from Star Trek Voyager, the episode Relativity. This is the one where 7 of 9 is being sent here, there and everywhere along Voyager's timeline. Not hers, Voyager's. So we actually get to see Utopia Planitia fleet yards in this one as well, which is great because I do actually like to see those kind of things in Star Trek, but we don't get to see them very often. So I'm going to try and briefly cut down how much yammering I actually do. But anyway, looking at this one, Voyager has been trapped. Its crew caught in a never-ending loop of destruction and misery. Yay! Just what we like. Their home quadrant burns under the flag of the Krenim Empire. Now, I didn't actually follow the story. I just shot through the missions as I usually do, so I don't quite fully know what the story actually is. But it looks like we're going to be getting 7 of 9. Now, didn't we get her last month or something like that? I can't remember. So this is how much I remember from last month. I really was not focused. But we're picking up where we left off. So 7-9 backs on a mission, rescue mission that Tessa resolved like never before. We've got the new ship coming in, which is going to be aimed at a new mechanic, which is something I mentioned in the roadmap video back in December as coming. But I had to dismiss it in January because it didn't turn up, but it's turning up this month. Yes, it is. So, Seska full unlock to tier 5, so that is available. We've got new research as well, ship upgrades, artifact claims, and the new relativity claim. So we've got core missions for levels 42 and 35. Dr. Chaotica, by the looks of this, is also joining in a side mission. I don't know if he's going to be an officer, but we'll find out later on. So the USS Relativity then, as I've already mentioned, is a 29th century time ship, not a starship, a time ship, under the command of Captain Braxton, after he spent all that time in the 20th century. So obviously when Voyager, I'm trying to remember the episodes where they went back in time. They were dragged back in time by Braxton's ship. That's it. They destroyed the time ship, the small one-man time ship, and that completely changed the timeline because it stopped. Oh, friggin' heck, I forgot his name. I'm usually pretty good with these characters, but for some reason I'm really forgetting at the minute. But they managed to stop the baddie going forward in time and not properly calibrating the temporal core of that ship from destroying the 29th century. So time travel, as you can imagine, is a bit of a headache. So we've got a new loop coming. So let's have a look where we are going to start on this loop. And yeah, okay. I can't find the actual start point. Oh, there it is. Starting point. It actually says it. So the Relativity is here to aid in the fight against the Krenim with its increased damage versus the enemies and additional rewards. Unlock the rewards in the faction store. Use the Relativity's ability to apply charged or static state to its enemies in battles. Use this to disable the Krenim super weapon, which is the new feature coming in. Use the Relativity to increase broken FKR rep drop from Krenim weapons. Why broken rep? What? Okay, let's carry on. Use access to new exclusive rewards, also artifacts, yada yada yada. So, yeah, it's got its own loop, but as we've come to expect with specialty ships, they do come. So it's available from Shipyard 42. It's a grade 4 Explorer, 200 blueprints, and you can get it from the faction store. And it's released from day 1, so today. Tuesday, the 4th of February 2025. That is when it's released. The relativity standout feature is the temporal stance switching, allowing players to toggle between the two different states when attacking the entities. So which basically means if you've got a bunch of those directives saved up, you don't have to stick with one or the other. You don't have to worry about making sure that the XCOMs are put on before you leave your base. Because I've noticed, correct me if I'm wrong, I appreciate the correction on this one, but I've noticed those XCOMs don't actually activate if you're already out. They only activate... I've got a reflection of light, that's what it was. They only activate when you're in your star base. Now, I've heard that they can activate while you're not in your base. So this is why I say, please, if you have actually noticed that they actually work with your ships already deployed, before you activate it, please drop it in the comment section down below. Also, the new formation Armadas, which is going to be the epic version of the Armadas. Also boasts powerful passive abilities, including anti-tachyon weaponry, which boosts damage against Krenim enemies. Relative growth, which increases encrypted intelligence rewards to accelerate faction reputation gains. Beyond its combat capabilities, the Relativity unlocks specialized research tree, offering buffs such as improved warp range cargo, increased damage output against Krenim forces. With the 15 tiers as well, I'm trying to read and paraphrase everything here. You can strengthen the ship through the DTI faction store, which is going to have its components to upgrade it, and obviously unlock officers like Seska and a strand of Krenim hair artifact along the way. For more details, there obviously is an article and a video about it, so I will do that in a separate video. New research then, so Relativity warp range is going to obviously start with a pretty shockingly low warp range. That's a guess, so please don't quote me on that one. Increases the loot as well from the invading entities, so that's going to be great because they can be a little bit pricey. Krenim invading entity damage, increase the damage dealt to Krenim invading entities. Relative cargo, increasing the relativity's cargo. Yeah, okay, fair dues. And formation loot as well, gaining more loot from the epic formation Armadas as well. So these are the 3 officers that we're going to be getting as well. By the looks of this, it's going to be Seska, Suda, and Anarax. So obviously there's some more research here as well. But anyway, the new faction rewards then is going to be ship parts, static and charged research dust. Yay. So basically watch out because that research is going to require one or the other. Yay, just what we need. I swear they're trying to make this game very complicated. I swear that they are. But I could be wrong. Exclusive officer claims gain access to Seska as you tier up your relativity. So Seska's only going to go in line with what your relativity is. So chances are you're not going to be able to put it to tier 5 until your relativity is somewhere like tier 10 or above. So yeah, okay. Exclusive artifact claims, including the hair strand, again, as you tier up your relativity as well. Relativity daily claim, blueprints, and a temporal flux countermeasures. So the new formation Armadas then coming in. As we said, this is the image that we saw in the roadmap. I do apologise, it is small because obviously with all my equipment packed away for moving, I'm back on my phone. It is an epic version, and basically they've actually so we've got the different things. We've got the spatial bubble for the 8472 ones. Then we've got the Borg Unicomplex for the Borg ones. Now we've got a temporal rift for the epic ones. So charged temporal dreadnought, ability charged quantum shielding, increasing defense cumulative. It stacks each round. The relativity's static temporal shift ability is not activated, and then of course you've got the opposite as well. So you do need to make sure that these abilities are activated. to run these armadas, from what I've heard so far, you are most likely going to need at least 2 relativities. Yes, 2 of them. So one in one, one in the other, as an idea, probably as the starters more realistically. Neutral Temple Dreadnought as well. Lacks a phase alignment, meaning you can defeat it without the relativities special abilities. So one's going to be static, one's going to be charged, and one's going to be neutral. So watch out for that one. So you're going to need to plan. So this one's going to require a little bit more of a strategy about who's going where and who's going to assign the static, who's going to assign the charged. So that's going to be fun. The relativity is able to be utilised in its stance switching abilities to combat these Temple Dreadnoughts. Overall, it cannot defeat all 3 nodes in a single formation alone. For optimal results, try using 2 relativities in your group to target the static and charged. Lean on your alliance mates when going up against these foes. Now, I struggle as it is to do formation armadas, wave defense, because I am just so busy during the day. This is potentially one event that I'm not actually going to have time to do. I might have to try and squeeze it in around my dailies at the end of the day. So, but let's see how it goes. So commanders will need 100 directives to actually engage these armadas, and the reward's going to be encrypted intelligence and temple wreckage. So you're going to need these. I've got a funny feeling that these are going to be what the blueprints, the ship parts, and Seska is going to cost. Encrypted intelligence. I've got a funny feeling. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But, so, new systems being added by the looks of this as well. We've got a slew of systems that is actually being added to. So, but anyway. So, new officers celebrating the villains of Voyager. So, as we've mentioned already, Anarax is coming. He's going to be your epic. Captain's Maneuvers, past, present, and future, increasing select rewards from hostile chests by a percentage of base. Wow. Okay, so that seems like a new one. G3 to G4 parts and refined materials. Don't need them. Faction messages and credits. Herodian relics. Mycelium. Oh, God. That's a very old one now. Exotic biotoxins. Zindi scraps and bounties. Trellium. And the scraps from the Fatu Cray. Okay. Yeah. I'm not really liking that one particularly, because that's the only thing in there I can actually see that's going to be of any use to me is going to be the faction messages and credits. That's it. The rest, not bothered about. Scraps, I get more than enough because I'm blasting the 61s. Exotic biotoxins, I don't mind them. I get them out of the refinery. Herodian relics, again, I don't go after. I don't see the point now. Trellium, okay, yeah, I need the Trellium, but my protector mines that bloody much. I do one run every couple of weeks. So realistically for me, Anarax is not really going to be very beneficial. Yes, like I said, the messages and credits, but see how he goes in your game. Is he going to be beneficial to your game, or are you pretty much in the same boat as me? Because like G3, G4, yeah, no. I don't need it. So, but anyway, officer ability, time is patient. Increasing apex barrier by X% for 2 rounds when hit by a hostile. And it does not trigger if you've got Tal on the bridge. So they're trying to make sure that Tal doesn't mix with a lot of abilities, because Tal is still relatively powerful, even at tier 1. So here's Seska. Oh, she's a rare. I thought she was going to be an epic. So she's a below deck officer, but officer's ability is lone operative. Restore your shield health or your ship by so much when fighting hostiles. So, okay, reasonable. Treacherous ideals, increasing critical damage by X% each time you score a hit when fighting hostiles. Once per weapon. So if you've got 3 or 4 weapons, that's 3 or 4 times it's going to go up by. Yes, I can see this one being a decent officer to work on and going after. And like I said, she's free to play sourcing in the faction store from day 1 as well. And then we've got Lorne Sunda, another below deck officer. So repairing hull damage taken from the previous round of combat when fighting hostiles. So Yep, okay, not bad. Potential officer for the NX-01, maybe. I can see that being an idea. And increasing critical damage by X% for 5 rounds when fighting hostile. So that one seems like a good one below deck. Again, I do see this one as a potential for NX-01. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, I used the original Cheese Crew, and I can destroy a level 60 and still have some hull left. But I've got Hugh below deck, and it's a tier 9 or 10 at the minute, so... But anyway, so the new temple artifacts then is the Strand of Krenim here, increasing isolytic damage when any state is applied. The temple device, increasing isolytic defense when you have any state applied. The plaque, increased damage against the invading entities and armadas. And then the Leopold, which is the Vulcan weapon when doing the Ponfar challenge. Now, let me see. I'm actually thinking I want to try and say this word. Kula Califrey. If I've got it right, Kula Califrey. The ritual combat. So, you're going to have to go back and watch Spock in the first episode of Season 2 of the original series. Or go to Blood Fever in Voyager. To actually get the correct phrase, because I know it's said in both those. Kula Califrey, if I remember correctly. Increasing, though, temple wreckage from the Krenim entities. So, Friendship 1 has also come in, improving the cost efficiency when upgrading G5 ships. So, yep, okay, that's going to be beneficial for me for upgrading the upcoming Sanctus and the Enterprise D probably by the end of the year. Amelia's Earhart's plane, improving the cost efficiency when upgrading G6. So we've got two different ones here. So getting the Friendship 1 for me is G5, and then starting to work on the plane for when I get into the G6, which is potentially going to be the end of this year, but we'll see. But anyway, so there's going to be cosmetics on the Battle Pass as well. So, yeah, okay, that was help there. Bug fixes, as usual. Factions. Here we go. So, additions to the faction store. So, we've got a PvE Temple Apex Barrier buff. So, basically increasing Apex Barrier. It doesn't affect armadas or invading entities. So, this is just against... oh no, this is an update and it's just clarifying. So if I actually oh, it's a bug fix, right? So we don't need to go worried about that one. So there it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'll give you my opinion as I've gone along. Yeah, okay, we'll have to see how much of this the new ship Ancestor is going to be locked behind doing these formation armadas, pretty much like artifacts were. Now they give us different ways and I'm working my way through them, but the several artifacts I haven't done yet because I need the other formation armadas, the lower level ones as well. But hey ho, I'll probably get round to them at some point one day. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Happy Arcfall, or should we say happy Bug Day. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm Admiral Pegasus. If you did like the video, please smash the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Thank you to all the channel members who also support the channel. Your donations are greatly appreciated. If you do wish to become a channel member, please click the join button. I think it's only available. I think YouTube only do it through the PC version. I can't remember unless you find it on mobile or tablet or whatever. If you want to join, I will be trying to put videos out as often as I can. But like I say, I am in the process of moving. We found more problems with the new house. We want to get them fixed before we actually get moved in. So it's going to take me a little bit longer than planned. But anyway, I thought I'd get this video out. Now I better go get to the new house and pick up a paintbrush. Take care, guys. Live long and prosper. I shall see you on the next one. Goodbye.